Hello everyone, welcome back to the Drone Bee Farm and Homestead, and welcome to another episode of Tiny Swarm Tuesday. So today we're going to get into the tiny swarm again, and today I think we're going to add another brood frame because we decided we're going to try and get this hive built up through winter and not use that queen to save another hive, which we may still wind up doing later on. But going to go into one of these other hives that doesn't have a super on it, pick on it, and steal a brood frame out of there, drench it, and get it into the tiny swarm. And that's basically all we're going to do today. Check their feed, get their food going, and make sure they're doing well. So let's get started. Okay, this is hive number 1. We're going to go in here and see if we can find us a nice brood frame to take over to tiny swarm. So I'm going to give them a little bit of smoke up the front and on the top. Check out that Japanese beetle. I don't think he's alive. Oh, yeah, he is. Okay, it's about 8 a.m., 8:15. And man, it's warming up fast. It was 108 here yesterday. Okay, I think all we've got here is just 3 frames of honey. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. That is one solid honey frame there. Those two are, the one next to it's drawn out just as thick. They're so thick, there's no room for them to do anything on this. Yeah, that's all honey. So we should be able to find us a brood frame down in here. This bottom box is dispersed pretty evenly. Okay, let's get in here and out as fast as we can and get us a good brood frame. Get where that honey spilled. Looks like hogs at a trough. Well, these blank frames, they're not doing much with them. I'm going to spray some sugar water on these. Maybe that'll help. That's the drench I'm going to use when I put the brood frame in the other hive. There we go. So there's some brood with some honey, and it's mostly capped. So I need to take my time and look on here real close for that queen, which that doesn't look like a frame you would typically see the queen on. I want to make double sure I don't have her. The reason I say it's one you wouldn't see the queen on, most of this is capped. There's no eggs, she's not backfilling in here. So she's going to be hanging out on a frame that has more larvae and that are not capped, and fresh eggs. So all these are nurse bees. So that'll be a nice addition to Tiny Swarm. And this is a wax comb frame. You see the wires down here. I don't see the queen. I'm going to set this aside so these nurse bees will stay on it. And let's get the Tiny Swarm hive open. Wow. Stuck pretty good. They've consumed all of their food. So it's been a week. I was a little concerned about that sugar water I put in there. I think it was about to turn. I had some left in the jug. I went and dumped it out. I made some new. So I'm going to take one of these frames out of here and put it back over in that hive number 1 to replace the one I'm going to put in here. So let's just get right in here where we found her last time. I think she was on this frame here. It's mostly nectar there at the top. Trying to see if she's laying in here on this one. Doesn't look to be. So probably what we'll do is we'll take this frame right here. She's probably going to be right here. The queen, that is. That's what I'm looking for, the queen. Oh, there she is. Man, that red, little what's left of that red just does not show up very well. There we go. There's the money shot. Tiny Swarm Queen confirmed. So since she's on that side, I'm going to put the brood frame on the other, right here. So let's take care of that. And just a little bit of smoke. Make everybody smell the same. Here's the brood frame we're going to introduce. You can see it's probably about 50% cap brood on there on both sides. Actually, it's probably more than that. Probably about 75%. Sun's starting to come out and hit this. Okay, let's get it in there. I need to take one more quick look at this, make sure that queen's not on there. No queen. They're getting a little restless. This will calm them down. They smelled that other queen in there, maybe. I don't know. Okay, we've added the brood frame. Make sure we don't have a beetle problem. Got one. No. Not near the beetles we had in here last time. So we're going to grab this comb right here, or this frame, which is a drawn, empty frame. And go replace it back over here in hive number 1, where we took that brood frame from. So that queen should fill this back up since it's already drawn out. Get over there and do that right now. I'm going to put this empty more to the middle. The reason I'm doing that, so it'll be closer to the queen, encourage her to maybe lay out a brood frame, build her population up a little bit more. This isn't the strongest hive. I think while we're in here, let's check it for its health. Since it's not too hot. Here's our queen. Right there she is, unmarked. I'm going to go ahead and mark her red. So we got our queen in there. Gonna get her pushed up where I can mark her. Looks like we got another bee in there with her. Okay. Got her marked. This hive was a prior newspaper combine from earlier in the season. I had to requeen it. So she's a queen I raised this year off of a split. Okay, I'm starting to see bees kind of flying around on top of those frames there from other hives. So they smell that spray that I put on there that has that lemongrass oil in it. It's Pro Health. So I need to get that lid on there as fast as I can to stop a robbing situation. See all these bees flying around here? They don't belong here. They're from other hives. So we still have some minor robbing activity going on here. I put a piece of 1x there on the right hand side and narrowed that entrance down by 3/4 of an inch, made it even smaller. There's a little bit of fighting going on here occasionally. See, there's some robbers trying to get in right there. So they're holding their own. This time of year you have to really be careful with that Pro Health. That strong lemon smell really attracts robbing. Okay, that's it for this edition of the Tiny Swarm Tuesday. We got them a frame of brood and built them up some more. Hopefully we didn't cause a robbing situation and we come here next week and it'll all be gone. So got them another pint of feed in there with some fresh food that has some fresh Pro Health in it, which has that strong smell. I only put 1 cap full in a gallon, so it's not mixed real strong. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up if you would. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And stick around Thursday. I pulled all the honey last week and we've extracted it. And Thursday the video is going to post for the extraction. So you can see how many gallons, how many pounds we got. So it's a little hint, it was the best harvest we've had here on the Jerome Bee Farm and Homestead since we've been keeping bees. And this is our 6th year. So we'll catch you on the next video. Y'all take care. This here's kind of cool. You usually see this more in the evening. On stronger hives, they'll come out and do what they call washboarding. Bees will kind of stay in one spot and just kind of walk back and forth and like they're washing clothes on a washboard.